Looks like a pretty good video. Hey Leah, how's it going? So I got a new phone, and I want to see how this thing works. I think the video looks pretty good. I don't have my face in the picture, of course. Oh, I'm glad to see you. Hey Beth, how you doing? How you doing? Let me bring this camera up a little bit. But you guys really can't see me right now. Hopefully that's better. I have a microphone too to put on. Hi Gail. How you doing there? It's been a little while. Woo, it's hot. I tell you what, guys, it must be 100 degrees outside. And down here in the basement, it's really, really hot. I'm just sitting here sweating. It's just that bad. So, oh. How you doing, Barbie? The whole gang's here, it looks like. Yeah, it's a last minute thing, you know, for me to come on here and do a live, so. I figured Saturday night, why not? I already started throwing, as you saw, so. But why not invite some friends in? Yeah, rough day. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome. Yeah, Gail, usually this is pretty cool down here. But I tell you what, I don't know what it is, but it's very humid down here. I had the dehumidifier on, and it's just didn't even cut into it. I don't know. It's really hot up here today. Well, you're close to me anyhow. You're probably getting the same kind of weather, so I would assume. Can you all hear me all right with this mic? Hopefully it's working with this new phone. Yeah, so mine is underground. It's probably a good 3/4 or better underground. Going school supply shopping. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's coming up, isn't it? School is coming up. Eastern Tennessee weather. I hear it's hot down there too. I don't know if I'll get acclimated to that or not. I sure hope I do, but we will be moving down there. The wheels have been set in motion, so to speak. So my wife and I are taking steps to make all this happen. It's a 5-year plan, understand, but you know, we've already set the wheels in motion. So we are making some changes to the house here, upgrades a little bit, just to make it better, you know, more sellable, that kind of thing. So, and I'm going to have to find something down there probably, because I won't be able to just to throw pots right away, I'm sure. But who knows? Who knows, right? Yeah, I'm doing okay. Passerby, you in here? Oh, good to see you. Say hi. Some mowing before work. Okay. All right, passerby. Well, you enjoy your mowing. I hope it's not too hot down there. But thank you for stopping in to say hi. Oh yeah, she loved Eastern Tennessee. I think it gave her the bug, Leah. I really do. And I always wanted to move south, you know. We'll see where we end up. We've been looking in South Carolina. We've been looking in Georgia. Um, I don't know. We'll see. I told her I want to be close to the mountains. So that's where I'd like to be, close to the mountains. Dave, how you doing there, buddy? Good to see you in here. Yeah, we got everybody in here. Everybody's in here. Yeah, thanks for doing a big move, guys. Well, we are, Barbie. We are planning ahead. And we are excited, you know. We are getting excited. So it's gonna take a little while for us to do this, but the wheels are in motion and they're not gonna stop. So East Tennessee is best. I'm 30 minutes from the mountains and it's beautiful. Oh, cool. Well, you know, Barbie, who knows? Or yeah, I'm sorry. Well, Leah, who knows? We might. Who knows? We maybe we'll end up close to Tennessee. Who knows? You know? Who knows? Text me and tell me the appropriate price range. Okay. Well, we can do that. We can do that, Leah. We do have somebody down in that area. Well, not Tennessee area, but South Carolina, you know, northern Georgia area, I guess, that said they'd help us out. Um, they're an agent, so they said as soon as we're ready, let them know, and we'll start looking. The heat is bad up here. Of course, you all down there in the south are probably laughing at us, but us northerners aren't quite used to this freaking 100-degree heat. think I'm letting it go too wide on me. I don't know if I really want it to go that wide. Let's see if I can bring it in a little bit more. I left a little bit of thickness at the top, so I think I can bring this in more. My chat stop on me. Why am I not seeing it move? Unless y'all ain't talking, but that's a bit unusual. Maybe my chat stopped on me. Okay. Maybe it is working. The heat is oppressive, isn't it? I mean, it's freaking hot up here. I think I like that size. I'm going to keep this size. It's a large mixing bowl. Well, thank you, Leah. Do you see this? Yes, Gail, I do. Yep, it's working. I thought it stopped on me. I mean, that's happened before where the chat just stops for some reason. I don't know why. I think I'm going to carve some designs on the outside of this bowl when it starts to harden up a little bit. But the rim is extra thick because it is a mixing bowl. And actually, I think I want to bring that edge in a little bit. Because if you throw like milk in here and stuff, I don't want the lip to come out and just kind of out like that. If you pour something into it that's a liquid, I want it to come in that lip and come out towards the inside of the bowl. So I like to have the lip to be a little bit curved in because of that. Again, it's about the function of it, right? I'd like the function to be perfect. As perfect as I can get it. Actually, that's pretty good right there. We aren't just yapping as much, just enjoying you. Thank you. Well, I appreciate that. If you're just enjoying me. Yeah, that's a pretty good sized mixing bowl. I'm not going to use this clay anymore. This is going to be the last batch of clay I have because I don't care for it. If I use this clay, it might be for like pizza stones and stuff. I'm not going to be making bowls and stuff out of it anymore. It's got so much freaking grog in it, dude. It's miserable to try to work with some. And when you're trying to throw, I mean, it eats your hands up so bad. You guys do me? I would. I would be. It is. It's freaking humid here. You stand and it just rolls off of you. It's hard to breathe because the air is so thick, you know. It's just, man, I don't know. I think the South is probably just the same, I would imagine. Where is my... I have a little piece of leather somewhere that I keep so I can leather the edge of this, and I can't find the leather. There it is. All right. My chat and video stops and starts on me. It's your Wi-Fi? Okay. Yeah, I'm hooked up direct here, so I don't know if it's my Wi-Fi or not. I mean, it could be on Wi-Fi right now. It could be. I didn't see how the phone actually hooked it up, but we'll see. Probably using a Wi-Fi. But we have pretty good Wi-Fi up here, so it's not too bad when it comes to that. Yeah, I can't wait to get rid of all this clay. I just about got, this is actually my last bag, so I've been making stuff, and I'm trying to get it used up. Now I'm going to buy a whole bunch of my other clay that I had, my speckled clay. I love my speckled clay. I have some of it left over, and I really can't wait to get more of it back and start using it. I thought I would try this clay because I thought it would be a little bit better for me, but it's just got way too much grog in it. Where is my tool? There it is. There you go. The heat wears me out. I've been getting up early to get stuff done before the temperature goes into three digits. Yeah, how about that? It is that bad, you know? Where I work in air conditioning, okay? But when I got a machine that's on the floor, I'm out on the floor, and it is freaking hot. And I don't know how them guys work out there in that freaking heat, but it's freaking nasty. The company does keep some water, you know, and stuff, cold water, ice pops, and that kind of stuff for the guys, but good grief, them guys out there in the shop are just dying. I mean, thank God they're allowed to wear shorts and that kind of stuff to try to keep a little bit cool, you know, but oh yeah, dry heat is different for sure. It sure is. I think it is too. I think the speckled clay is definitely better looking. I like it a lot better than this stuff. And, you know, I mean, this one here, this is this clay body I'm working with right now. And I tell you what, it's not a, I guess as far as clay bodies go, it's not really a bad clay body, but it's not for me. It's not for me. This is the speckled clay body. So you can kind of see the bottom of that, but I love this a lot better. So, and it's just as good of a body. So, yeah, you're right, Leo. When my son lived in, well, I didn't even say that word. Okay. Yeah, it does. Water does only go so far, right? It does only go so far. Yeah, I like it. I like the speckled clay. I just do. All right. I think these are 2 6-pounders. I made a bunch of platters, like large pie plates. So I'm going to make a bunch of bowls, large bowls. That last one was roughly 8 pounds of clay. These here, I have 2 of these that are like 6 pounds of clay. So I'm trying to use this clay up. I want to get rid of it. Yep, yeah, that was. That's your black mug was made out of the speckled clay. So as far as the studio out back, I've been thinking about that studio out back, and I'd really love to get back there. I don't know if it's the right thing for me to build that, make that a studio, and then we're gonna probably end up moving in a few years anyhow. But I would love to be out where I can see outside real nice and where I'm throwing and stuff, be next to a window. So that's a decision I got to make yet. I mean, it probably wouldn't take a whole lot of money for me to put a studio back there. But we want to get our driveway done. We got carpet to get done. Well, outdoor carpet on our patio that we have. Because it's getting kind of nasty. And then we have some painting to get done, and my wife don't want to paint. I hate painting. I just don't like to paint. So we have that to do. We are gonna get a little bit of money to help us do that, but not a lot. You know what I mean? It's just going to be enough. It's like our hot water heater went out, so we were probably a good almost 2 weeks without hot water, and that just about killed my wife. I didn't mind not having the hot water so much. Cold showers are kind of good for you, I think. It certainly wake you up, But my wife didn't care for it too much, and I can understand it. Women want to have that hot water. So anyhow, it took that long just to get the part in, because we had a plumber come out and look at it, and he was like, "Well, it's the gas valve. The gas valve is you need a new one, and it's going to cost $1,000 to freaking fix this hot water heater." I said to my wife this thing, because he was here when I wasn't here, and I told my wife, I said, tell him, pay him for his time today, and just say, "See you later," because I ain't paying nobody $1,000 to fix a hot water heater, especially in a valve I can buy myself. So that's what we did. We went, we purchased a valve ourselves. I put that in, so we had hot water last night for the first time in a couple weeks, or a week and a half, and my wife was happy as could be. But it only cost me $300 to do it instead of $1,000. You love that mug? Cool. Highly recommended. I agree, Barbie. When in the garden, I put my hair up. Hair neck fan. Yeah, I have one of those neck fans too. Constantly drink water. Shower as soon as I come in. It feels good to have a cold shower on a hot day, don't it? It's very refreshing. Matter of fact, after this, I'm probably going to jump in the pool. I mean, I don't know what time I'm going to get done here, but that pool water probably is pretty close to bath water at this point, as hot as it's been. So, true story I've started taking lukewarm showers, and my scalp as half dry. Yeah, I didn't mind it at all. New Mexico. Oh, cool. Hey, Jackie. Looks like my wife dropped in. Yes, Miss Jackie, I was talking about you. Well, I think when I'm done here, I'll probably get in the pool. That's what I'm thinking anyhow. This thing freaking charging. It's gonna drive me nuts if it ain't gonna charge. Let me check my plug, make sure this thing's charging. I'm not gonna be able to see you guys' text, the chat, because it will go blank on me. But it looks like it has 27%, and I plugged it in. Let me clean my hands up and check this plug. Make sure I've never had it go that low before. See that? I'll have to turn my phone around, try to read it off my phone. And that's hard on my eyes. I have bad eyes anyhow. So, all right. Let me check this plug. Ah, that's what it probably is. All right. Is this thing plugged in right? That could be. Let me check this plug down here. Well, that seems to be plugged in okay. What's the phone battery say? No, it might be doing all right. You guys like the horizontal stream? I like the horizontal stream myself. I did a few of them. Past few streams have been the vertical stream, but I like the horizontal streams. If you ask me. Above ground pool, and it was nice. Yeah, that's what ours is, Gail. It's an above ground pool. I put that in too. All right. You don't really want to keep it going in like that because I do want to make a bowl out of this. Get this clay back over here just a little bit so I can have a wide base. You don't want this bowl being knocked over at all. I do too, Gail. I do too. I like the horizontal stream. I like it because it puts my text on the other side, and I'm not trying to look through text to see what somebody's doing. I like them, and I like any Uncle stream. Yeah, I've been trying to catch you, Leah. Been trying to catch your lives. I do have all selected on my notifications for you, but I have it set like that on everybody, and I swear I don't get all my notifications. I appreciate that, Barbie. Haven't gone live much lately. A lot going on, but very still. Yeah, I'm glad Jackie is in the chat, because I'd like to have my wife involved as much as possible in what I do. All right. Let's make sure that this is shaped correctly. So we have a nice shape on the inside. Get some of that slip out of there too. There we go. There we go. Okay. So the inside of the bowl kind of comes up like this, and then it kind of comes out a little bit, just a tiny bit, like I said, so that the liquid will hit that and change direction and come in, is my thought behind that. It's got a good shape to it. I'll trim the foot when it hardens up a little bit. So that's about 6 pounds right there. 6 pounds of clay. That's a pretty good size bowl, I think. It's like I said, it's a little heavier, but that's for a mixing bowl. You want them a little bit heavy. I'm glad you're here too, Jackie. All my friends have grandchildren now, but no rewards for me. I'm glad my children are happy and healthy. That's the best thing, right? It's the most important thing, is that all your kids are happy and healthy. You know? I think that's the most important, because you wouldn't want them to have to be another way. I mean, it wouldn't make any sense, right? There's no logic in that. Like my son had asked me about, about what was important, I guess. Or he was asking about, I guess, health and, and that kind of thing, and health problems running the family and that kind of stuff. And, I said, well, the most important thing is to take care of your body. I mean, if you take care of your body, you probably won't have any health problems hardly at all. Eat the right foods. Don't eat anything that's processed if you can. If you do, eat it sparingly. Just that kind of stuff, gave him that kind of advice. But yeah, we always want him happy and healthy for sure. Especially when he joins us in comments. Yeah. As long as she stays awake. She has trouble staying awake. When it gets late at night, that's... But then again, like I said, she gets up at like 5 o'clock in the morning or earlier sometimes, so... Thank you, Gail. Thank you. I appreciate that. I like the shape of it. It came out to be about the same size or same height as the large one I just did. The first one I did. It's the same height, but it's not quite as wide, obviously. They actually probably would nest in each other probably pretty well. I didn't design them to be nesting bowls, but they probably would nest all right, the way it looks, actually. You know, that is important for sure. There is a little sadness in no grandchildren, I'd imagine, though. Yeah, I would imagine it is, yeah. In time, though. All right, there we go. I'd like grandchildren. I miss babies. I bet you do. My wife did too. She misses the babies. She likes babies. That's probably the most fun my wife has is taking care of babies. Taking care of children, period. But she loves babies. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. I mean, you get up early, you're going to get tired earlier for sure. I mean, I guess I got up at 9 o'clock this morning. I had my alarm set for 10 o'clock being the latest that I sleep in on a weekend. But usually if I'm sleeping till 10, I probably didn't go to bed until 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh my gosh, Ryan got an industrial fan like work ones and a DeWalt one. It had front of the bed. It'd be hot tonight. That's awesome, Leah. Hey, them industrial fans, they blow a lot of air. A lot of air. I saw those at the Sam's Club, I think it was tonight when my wife and I were there. They have some, I think it's Sam's, or no, where was it? No, it wasn't Sam's. It was actually Royal Farms has it, yeah. And we went there to pick up our chicken feed, and I saw them. Hey, Mr. Wolf, how you doing? Lee, if you want to go to bed, you go to bed, girl. I get the fact that people get up early. Like my wife, she gets up early all the time. Yeah, everything's going good, Ben. Good to see you in here. Just making some mixing bowls. Inside's very important to me. I saw you're starting to making some new stuff, Ben. You and your wife. Pretty awesome. Looks good. I like the blue you have. That looks really nice. uh, oh yeah, Jackie loves baking stuff, guys. And my daughter-in-law makes bread, sourdough bread. You look her up on Instagram or Facebook. She makes sourdough bread, all different kinds. Becky's called Becky's Bread. I'm telling you what. If you check her out, tell her I sent you. You know, that'll make her feel good. But Becky's Bread. I have yet to taste it, but it looks. Oh my gosh, makes my mouth want to water. when I see some of the pictures that she posts, and she takes orders and stuff like that, and so it's all good ingredients, nothing, you know, nothing bad. I'm excited for her. Thanks, Terry. It was great to show some of Mrs. work. Yeah, she's really doing well. It's gotta make you feel too good too, right, Ben? I mean, to have your wife next to you throwing like that, it's probably pretty cool. All right. It's a 6-pound mixing bowl. Yeah, now trim the bottom up on that. Huh. It might be a 1/4 inch less than the other one. I must have went out a lot further. Yeah, I did. I went out further on that bowl. That could be a nice, you know, serving dish as well, right? So the wider they are like that, they come out and go wide like that. They're more of a, I think, a serving bowl instead of a mixing bowl. Like I say, Terry doesn't eat any of the sweet stuff. I don't. Yeah, I stay away from the sweet stuff. I mean, I thought I'd tell you guys, if I have anything, it might be like my wife bought these Oreos, and I love Oreos, by the way, but I will just grab one out of the little container, and that's it, just one. And that's one a day. But anything else, I don't eat a lot of the sweet stuff. The potato chips that she buys is called Gibbles potato chips, and I think there's like 4 or 5 ingredients on the container. In other words, they're actual potato chips. I've been looking at ingredients and stuff a lot, and I don't like what I've seen in the ingredients of different foods. So I try to stick to meat and stuff that it's good for you, at least for the most part. I try to, right? Let's see. It's been fun. She's been throwing for 20 years, but doesn't show her work on the internet. Oh, wow. 20 years of throwing. I didn't know that, Ben. That's pretty cool. And then, you know, a lot of potters don't show themselves on the internet. You know, most people don't. I like to share my work. If I can help somebody out, I'll try to do that too. You know. But I get it. I know a lot of potters that are not online. Just in my area, you know. Ah. Search biggest spread, but couldn't find her Am I spelling the name correctly? It looks that, yeah, you're spelling it correctly. Maybe what I'll do is I'll put a link up or something. If you're, are you? I don't know if anybody else on here is following my Facebook page or anything like that. Probably my Facebook page is probably the better one, which is the Muirhead Pottery. I could probably put a link on there actually, or I could probably do it on Facebook or YouTube as well. I could probably share it on YouTube, but it is called Becky's Bread, and you have the spelling correct, Barbie. Rebecca's Bread? It's not. No, is it? I don't think it's Rebecca's Bread. I think you're wrong. Pretty sure that's what I read is Becky's Bread. Becky's Bread, but I don't know. I've been wrong before, so. Yeah, look it up. See if you can find Rebecca's Bread then. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Jackie, are you able to put a link, show a link off of Facebook to her page? You should be able to do that with when you're, since you're a moderator, you should be able to do that. If you found it. If you just do a copy paste, Jackie, it should work. Unless she's only on Instagram, but I thought she was on Facebook too. I don't know. She's on Facebook as Rebecca Muirhead. She's not on YouTube, no. I don't know. I've tried to get her to do I don't think she'll do YouTube. I think she's younger crowd, so they tend to do. Facebook's probably out of their league. They probably like, I don't want to mess with Facebook. That's where all the old fogies are. Usually, her age is messing around with the what's it called again? Can't remember the name of it now. We need to check the height of this. That's pretty damn close. We'll bring it up more. Well, I mean, I think she's on Facebook. If you ask me, I think that's where she's at. That should be about right. That's almost there. Let's get just a little bit more out of the bottom. All right. You don't have Facebook anymore? I don't blame you. There's not much good on Facebook. When I'm done with my live, I will try to post it on my YouTube. A link to her page and stuff. I think I got too big of a belly on it. And I lost my height. Pretty sure I lost my height. Now that's about where I want to be. And it actually looks pretty good. All right, we're going to keep it there. There we go. Yeah, Barbie, I don't know if she has a website yet or anything. I'll have to check. if I find something out, why I'll probably put in a link on my YouTube page for her, like in the description or something like that. But I'll put it out there to let everybody know. She said she's not making any bread in stoneware. I said, what? I said, you're not making bread in stoneware? I said, we got to change that. We got to change that. We're going to have to make her some bread dishes to bake in. Okay. That's her Facebook page, I guess. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Barbie. And this actually, if I wanted to, I could probably nest these 3 bowls together. Because I think the size of them actually looks pretty good. That's a good shape for a mixing bowl, right? It's got the heavier rim. The inside curves in just slightly. All right. What did I do with that? There it is. Oh. There we go. All right. There's 4 mixing bowls, or at least 3 mixing bowls in a serving dish. That's all the clay I have prepared. And I ran through that 25-pound, last 25 pounds of clay I had of that really rough clay. I am not getting that anymore. That's just the edges are always rough. I gotta freaking sand them and stuff like that, and just it's either I got to burnish the pieces, which is more work for me if I don't want to have to burnish them all the pieces. Yeah, for a minute YouTube is see, okay. That would be fantastic. She needs some bread bowls. She does need some. She needs some baking dishes. I told her, I said, if you bake the bread in stoneware, I said, you're going to love it. So, lost you for a minute. YouTube being silly again. What'd you miss? You didn't really miss anything. I made some bowls. That's about it. I don't really have any other clay mixed up yet. I got some stuff I'd have to go through. So anyhow, I have a bunch of stuff to go into the kiln. More bisque stuff. And these bowls here, I'll try to get it in there in that bisque load as well. And then I have a bunch of stuff to glaze. So I'll be doing some glazing. I should probably do another glazing stream. I haven't done one of those for a while. So it's still at 27%. Wow. Dang. Ugh. Let me take you off the stand here a minute. Do anything to the sound. All right. Where am I at here? All right. So where's my live chat? There it is. Yeah, I thought she went to bed too. So here's some of the stuff that's on my shelf, which some of you may have already seen. You know, this stuff here, people seem to like a lot more. You know, they like the way the glaze runs on that stuff. I see a lot of people like that. So getting some people liking this too. So, but anyhow, here's the bowls that I made. I think this is more of this bowl here. I got a spot on right there. I need to clean up. But anyhow, it's probably more of a serving bowl. And then here's the other bowl I just did, the little one. That was actually only 4 pounds of clay. But yeah, I still have this stuff to glaze yet. Oh, sure. Yeah, and YouTube is always a problem. So I got some pie dishes back there to do, some bowls here. There's some little burners for wax. But yeah, I have all kinds of stuff on here to actually, of course, I want to get some more glaze for the dolphins, because I never did finish the dolphins yet. So, but yeah, so there's some of this stuff. Of course, my wife, she loves this, which is the bird feeder. Oh, Leah, I know you're going to, for sure. Anad, how you doing there, buddy? How you doing, Anad? I saw it, Anad, you were doing some pretty cool pieces. This stuff here, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. We'll eventually sell it, but especially if you're in my neck of woods. Well, who knows? We'll have to see what the wifey wants. We'll have to see what she wants. But here's some stuff here that I did. Of course, there's a big planter there. I think this is going to be a big planter because my wife likes this piece. And then, of course, this in here is a planter. This actually has the hole in the bottom for a big planter. So I made some big pieces. Well, bigger pieces. You know, I have my kiln's not that huge, so I don't want to go and make a lot of large pieces and then try to have to fill them in the kiln, you know. So this is stuff here. It's all bisque. She does love East Tennessee. She does. She does love East Tennessee. So yeah, there's some pieces and made some cups and stuff. So, but yeah, the kiln's empty right now. But yeah, so what I found is like here's a dish. And you look at that crack in there. This clay sucks. I'm just gonna say this freaking clay sucks. This piece here is not a thing wrong with it. It dried just fine and everything. And then in the bisque firing, it freaking just cracked like that. And I've never had a piece do that before. I'm not sure why it did that. So, but it drove me nuts when I saw it. I thought that's just wonderful, you know. Hey, Mr. Cho, how you doing there, buddy? I saw you just dropped in and did some mixing bowls. I'm glad you're in here, buddy. You like those brown ones? Yeah, here's some of the stuff I've done. People seem to like these quite a bit, Joe. Joe. Yeah, Leah. We've been looking in Georgia. You know, there's a big pie plate back there. Nice big pie plate. I have some big mixing bowls in here. Of course, I have this color up here, which is, I like the speckled clay. That color, I think, reminds me of Florida for some reason. And down here, a little piggy bank. Some of the blue stuff I have. Some of the blue stuff. This stuff way down there yet, too. Maybe I can find a house for reasonable price near the mountains. Well, if that's the case, Leah, I just might have to. I don't know. But I have to convince Jackie of that too, right? I have to convince Jackie. So, But yeah, here's my little dolphins. They're still not done yet, guys. I gotta glaze my dolphins. But here's a nice dish for your salsa, chips, whatever. I gotta make a bunch more of those. But I think the bowl might be a little bit large for that, but we're gonna see how it works, you know? So anyhow. But yeah, there's some of the stuff I just did. If you guys want to wait around, I got some clay I can get worked up here. I can hang on here for a little while. Yeah, thank you, Joe. I appreciate that. I'm glad to see you on here, buddy. I've been trying to get into your lives as much as I can. I love your lives, by the way. I love your no nonsense thinking, you know, and common sense, I should say, common sense. So let's see here. See if I can get you guys on here without freaking messing up my phone. There we go. There we go. Because I have some more clay. I got some brown clay too that I need to work up. I got some dark brown clay. And it's actually a really smooth stoneware too. I love it. Doesn't have a whole lot of grog in it. And it's wonderful to throw with. But right now those pieces are pretty. The clay I have needs some water. So I'm working on getting some of it worked up. Passerby still here? Or he was here. It's crazy how consistent you can get with these pieces. Oh, thank you. Yeah, it just takes practice, you know. Takes practice. I got some clay that I can. Actually, it's quite a bit right there, isn't it? Let's get this out of the way. Oh, you know what? There's some wet stuff in here too. Let me cut this up first. Let's see. Maybe I can find a house for a reasonable price near the mountains. You just can't pass up. Oh, I think I already read that one. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try to make a variety of stuff, Joe. I have mixing bowls and I have nice pie dishes. I have regular soup bowls, coffee cups, mugs, regular cups. I make a lot of stuff that you would use every day, right? Household items that you would use. But then I also like the art side of it where I like to sculpt. So I'm going to do more sculpting because I do kind of really like it. I've made some face mugs already, face jugs. I've made, there was a person that loved to knit and stuff, and they wanted me to make a knitting bowl where it had the slot in it, the curl, so that they could take the yarn out, you know, through that and keep it in there so the bowl of yarn stays in the bowl and just kind of unwinds in the bowl. My gosh, I've made a lot of stuff already in my since I've been doing this, so it's quite a variety. Let's see, dolphins. Yeah, dolphins. Did you see the dolphins? Maybe you didn't see the dolphins. I'll have to show them to you. I say they're dolphin wine glasses that I made them. And I fired them once, which is what you do to the bisque, and then you glaze them, and then you fire them again. Well, I haven't found the glaze that I want yet, so they have not been glaze fired. So they're just like a pink color right now because that's what the bisque. That's how they look when they're bisque fired. So let me show them to you. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay. Well, brother, I appreciate you too. Like I said, I love your lives. So here's just one of them. It's one of the dolphins. Like I say, this is a bisque fire. So at this point, then we can go and apply glaze to it. But I want to get some glazes special for these. So that's why they're still sitting here. I made them quite a while ago. Actually, on lives, I made these. So everybody could see me make them. But yeah, that's the dolphin chalice. So you can drink out of them. Pretty cool. I signed them. I dated them. So they're my sculptures and stuff that I do make. I sign and I date because they're just special pieces. So he needs to see the dolphins anyway. Oh, I never get tired of seeing them. It is certainly a labor of love. You know, I love them. I love to do this. I'm not doing it full time, but eventually I will be doing them full time. Eventually. Whenever when the stars align and I just get it out of my head that I can do it full time. It's a bit scary, I guess, you know, but maybe that's what it is. It's the thought of a chance of not having enough money to pay your mortgage or something. Maybe that's what scares me. Let's see. That's 2. I need a little bit more than that. All right. Yeah, I got the piggies too. She cooked and roasted. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate I see you. Yeah, Leah's in here. Appreciate that you came by. For sure. Yeah, I got some piggies here too. If I can get them out of here. There's a little piggy. I'll put a cork in here, but a little piggy bank actually. So he's just a tiny one. I make bigger ones too, but he's just a baby. Usually little kids, you know, nice little piggy bank for them. Let's put him somewhere he's not going to drop. All right. I'm so happy to see folks coming to check you out. You deserve all the recognition. You're amazing. Thank you. Thank you, Leah. Different types of glazes do you use? Well, I have a lot of different glazes actually. Shoot. I don't have anything available to show you everything that I have. When I'll be doing a live glazing live, I guess you want to call it. There I can show all my colors. I'll have them set up so I can show all my colors I have. But these are some of the ones I have and some of the combinations I have that are back here. But I want to get some new glazes too that run a lot more. There's a lot more movement in the glaze. Because I just love those the most. But it can you know, thank you. Where are the cookies? I don't have any of the I have some pieces, but I have to show them up close for you to really be able to see the color. I mean, I have little pieces that show like different colors of glaze, but you have to be able to show them up close. Yeah, I like to get other people's opinions on what they like to see a piece being made. Like if they want, like Leah, actually, Leah asked me, I had made a big mug, and she saw that, and she said that's her mug. And then when it came to glazing, she told me the glaze to put on it. And when it was all done, I actually sent it to her. So she has the mug. She goes, sorry if I missed, but what are you working on tonight? Well, I made several mixing bowls, and I'm going to make a couple more mixing bowls before the night's out. These are just 4-pound mixing bowls. So they're not huge mixing bowls, but they're going to be nice. They'll probably be like this. Come here. Come here. Come here. All right, here we go. So that's like a 4-pound mixing bowl right there. I leave the rim a little bit thicker because of, it's a mixing bowl. And you tend to beat on the edges a little bit more. But I'm going to make probably 2 more of these yet. Which is what this is, 4 pounds of clay. And actually, let me see if I can mix this up a little bit. Ooh, there's an air bubble. You love the piggy bank? Yeah, I make bigger ones than that too, Joe. But I buy corks and put in them before they're sent out. But all right, dear. If you're going to go to bed, go to bed. I'm going to stay up a little bit. I'm going to make at least 2 more bowls. Because I think if I make these 2 more bowls, I think I have enough for a full kiln load. So then I can get to firing here soon. So that would be cool. They are just different colors, so 2 different glazes and have different properties. Like some are shinier than others. Yeah, so the glaze, it depends on the glaze, Joe. So some glazes are like a semi or a flat. Some glazes have a gloss on them. They're glossy glazes. So, and sometimes with the way glaze reacts to each other, like if you mix it with another glaze, like you pour over like you do, like I did with the piggy. The piggy was 2 different glazes put together. So what I ended up doing is I dipped the piggy all in blue, this blue color right here. So he was all blue in the blue glaze. And then what I ended up doing was taking walnut glaze, and I dipped him this way into the walnut glaze. So you can kind of see right here where the glaze came up to with the walnut glaze. I dipped him twice with the walnut glaze. So then the reaction that it takes is kind of neat, the way it reacts together. So yeah, it's a little bit flatter up here, although walnut glaze is not really a flat glaze or a semi-glaze. It's more of a glossy glaze, but when I mixed these 2 colors together, it kind of came out that way, to where it wasn't as shiny. But yeah, I think the color combination was pretty cool on that. Then I have some glazes, like I have a cobalt blue on a white clay body. This is the white clay body that I have. But the cobalt blue, which was the same on the piggy, is the same that's here. but this is a white clay body, so it reacts different. So you get a different look to it, you know. It looks more transparent, actually. So glazes react differently on different clay bodies, so you have a different look. It just depends on the clay body and how it reacts with the glaze. So it's definitely an art, a science, and it takes lots of testing to figure out what the combinations are going to look like on top of each other or simply on different clay body. So it's quite a lot of work, and it takes a while to get to the point where you're happy with something. But anyhow, yeah, just a little bit of background. Anyhow, Leah's mug. You love a mug? I've got lots of mugs. Got lots of mugs. I even got these small coffee mugs. It's a small coffee mug. You kind of see the inside. Hopefully the light is showing up good on here. And how the glaze shows up here. Looks like I got some clay on it. Yeah, I got some clay on it, but anyhow. And this here is the cinnamon and the oatmeal. So you saw the oatmeal on the blue. This is the oatmeal on the cinnamon glaze that I have. But you can see that the walnut, well, I said oatmeal, it's walnut. The walnut on here is a shiny. You know, it didn't go like a semi-gloss like it did on the blue. So anyhow, that's one of those other combinations. You said very expensive price to get yours today, Leah. This is a little piece that I have that I'm getting water down here. Daggone it. That's one thing about these, the water, the way my wheel's not flat, so the water's running back underneath my wheel. But anyhow, there again is the cinnamon and the walnut together. And the way it ran, they ran together. Kind of looks pretty cool. Thank you. Yeah, I think cinnamon and walnut, it really goes together. I mean, it came out to be a really nice combination. Walnut and the black and the walnut are favorite combos. Absolutely adore the walnut. Yeah, the walnut glaze likes a lot of different other glazes, which is pretty cool. I wish I had my other thing down here. I took it outside. But anyhow, these things here, I put a wick in, and you put in here, you know, any kind of oil you want, and you can burn them, which is pretty cool. Yes. Yeah, Joe. You can all kinds of unique combinations. It's pretty neat, actually. I mean, where did I put my, there it is. Pretty neat. I tell you what, though, sometimes stuff comes out of that kiln and you're not real happy about it. You know, that happens. Every potter has had that happen. It's just the way it goes. Unfortunately, it's trial by fire, right? That's oh, that's why my mug is huge and perfect. Yeah, Leah, that is a huge mug that I made you. The ounces it turned out to be, there's a lot. It was a lot of ounces. I don't know that I actually checked it to see how much it held. Usually my mugs are 16 ounces. It's typically the size I make, but I make them larger too, which Leah can attest to that. But I also make cups too. So not just stuff that has handles. And as you saw with the dolphin, I tell you what, I have a lot of fun making sculpted pieces. That's a lot of fun to me. It really is. That's my creativity just go. These aren't dumb mugs. These are art school mugs. Now, are you on tonight, Joe? I thought you did a show last time on the Saturday. Can't remember. I know Sunday, I think you do one. You like the walnut and the blue? Yeah, I love the blue anyhow. I love the blue color. So I would have to agree with you, Joe. I'm kind of biased to that.